Okay, so week 8. 8. Um, okay, so this was Andy, but not Andy Penaluna, Andy Peel of the Young Creative Council. Um, this was unusual mainly for the fact we were working with the first years. We haven't worked with anybody else from lower years on ACE yet, but this was actually quite interesting. Um, Andy introduced us to the idea of taking something mundane and normal in everyday life, but turning around what it's used for. The example he used was a man who used ladders as bookcases, and it works brilliantly. So his brief for us was take something that's already existing and add it to a bathroom to help make it far more sanitary. I was actually really impressed with the ideas the first years came out with. We worked with last year's first years last year as well, and didn't think they had anywhere near as good creative ability or digital ability for that matter. But no, the first years helped come up with ideas. The one was to place buttons on the floor that could do everything instead of your hands, so you don't get germs. Say a button to flush a toilet, a button to start the taps, a button to open the doors, everything like that. So you just don't have to touch anything. Another idea was take the light bulbs out of the roof, ceiling, not roof, and replace them with black lights like they use on detective shows. You know, where they shine the light and you can see all the germs and sperm and whatever. Anyway, they seem like sperm in those shows. Anyway, but if you do that, you can see what's on your hands. You can see the taps, the handles of toilet seats, and it might change the way you act in the toilet. You might not just leave your hands unwashed or just grab at the door with your entire hand. You might just use your fingers and pull. But changing people's behaviour is a very difficult thing to do, especially when you're just trying to use recyclable stuff. The second part of the brief was to get blood. The eventual idea we put forward was to take the idea of a pint for a pint. Looking back on this idea, it's probably absolutely terrible to give alcoholics, really, the chance to give blood for alcohol, and you really should not be drinking after you've given that much blood. So, in hindsight, it's probably quite a bad idea, but at the time it seemed quite good, you know, pint for a pint, every lover loves a drink. Yeah, but still. Nobody's heard back from the YCC, so I'm not expecting anything. I'm not really expecting any clients to pick me in the future, really, after everything that's happened. So, yeah, good lesson, but not taking anything forward from it.